and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just to notify of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I'm going to be reviewing the latest palette by Beauty Bay. Now on this channel, we love Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. They have never disappointed me. They are such good quality for the money, and they have brought out a brand new rich palette. So I'm really excited for this because I love those deep autumnal, like chocolatey, I love it. So I'm so excited to review this palette. They do have it in 3 variations. They have a 9-pan matte palette for £9.50. I bought the 16-pan one because the big one is far too big for me. I will barely use it. This is £14, and then you have a 42 colour palette for £25. So even for 42 shades, 25 quid is literally so affordable. They've also got a double rich palette duo, the big massive one, and the 16-pan for £29.25. And I'll leave codes down below. You can try to get some money off as well. I think I used a code and I got this for like £11.40 or something. It's crazy. So this is the rich palette. Say hello. I'm in such a weird mood today. Oh, look at the packaging. So this is what the packaging looks like for the palette. And then because I've got the 16-pan, I do have a mix of mattes and shimmers. So this is what it looks like. It is absolutely gorgeous. It really annoys me that this shade is a shimmer. Like, why did they not do another matte? Because that row is matte, and then this row has like 3 mattes and 1 shimmer, and then these 2 are shimmer. There is also a mirror in here, which is fan-dabby-dozy. Now, what I will say about this is that, I don't know, I'm squinting as if like I can't see, but I am struggling to see because I have bad eyesight. It's a bit berry-ish. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got a deep purple and a berry tone matte here. I would have loved to just have some like chocolatey deep browns, you know? Like, that's probably the one thing I would have changed about this, was just to disregard the purpley tones, because they've got berry palettes. You don't need to put purple tones in this. Like, just keep this to like deep neutral brown chocolatey shades. That would have been absolutely perfection, but we will work with what we've got. And obviously if you've got the big palette, you're going to have so much option to play with, loads of different rich tones. So that is what the palette looks like. I'll put the swatches up on screen, and let's go on to the eye look. Okay, so I've just put some eye base on. I've of course used my Beauty Bay one. I really love this. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but I'm telling you, I freaking love it. So I'm firstly going to take the deepest colour in the palette, which is called Cello Kello. Gonna leave that there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop that in my outer corner. Did you see that pigment? Because wowzers, that is pigmented. I'm just going to keep it right in the corner here because we can use the other shades in the palette to build on this. See what I mean? Like, Beauty Bay just have like some of the best quality affordable eyeshadow palettes ever. Like, even compared to high end, like honestly their shadows are so freaking good. Next I'm gonna take Hickory, which is this brown here. Honey Hickory Ham, if you can tell me where that's from. We are literal best friends. And I'm gonna pop this just above the previous shade, and I'm also gonna start bringing that across to the front of my lid. Next, I'm going to take Fondant, and I'm going to blend that on a bit more of a fluffy brush above that previous shade. Then I'm going to skip to Organza, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm going to use that to buff out the very top edges. Okay, so that's all the shades on my lid. I'm now going to go back through all 4 of them and just make the blend a lot more cleaner. Okay, so that's all the shades blended out on my lid, and I literally feel so sexy. Like, these shades are scrumptious. I love them so much, and there's a beautiful array of shimmers to choose from. Funnily enough, they've actually got a couple of like flatter shimmers in this palette. They normally just stick to these like foily ones, but yeah, no, they've got a couple of the flat ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sequin. I know this is going to be so sickening. I cannot wait to put this on. And then I'll try one of the other formulas like on my inner corner and brow bone. So I'm just going to take Sequin. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. And then I'm just going to pop this. Like, come on. Come on. I'm going to put this towards like all like the front half of my lid. Kind of like a soft cut crease sort of moment. Okay, we have a little bit of fallout, but that's fine because these are the more like crumbly foily shades, and now I've just got it all down my cheeks, but to be honest, it's fine. I don't think it needs too much blending, but I'm going to take one of the flatter shimmers, this one here, and I'm just going to use that to buff out the outer edges. I'm going to go in with the berry tones of my lower lash line. I wanted to keep the lid to like the chocolatey tone. So firstly, I'm going to go in with Shiraz, which is this one here. And then for the very outer of my lower lash line, I'm going to use this shade as well, Mulberry, just so we've used most of the mattes. I think the only one I've not used is Violin, which is this one here. Just going to take it on the same brush just to add a little bit. And then for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Bisque. Okay, so this is my finished look with the new Beauty Bay Rich palette. I really hope you like it. I'm low-key obsessed, but I'm going to go finish off the rest of my makeup and then we can finish off with my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back. I finished off my makeup. I did decide to match the lip to the eyes and I absolutely freaking love it. Like, obsessed. So for my mascara, I did use my Revolution 5D Lash Pal mascara, and then my lips are also by Revolution. It's the Americano Brown lip combination from the IRL collections. There's a lip liner and then the IRL whipped like lip cream. It's absolutely beautiful. It honestly goes on the lips so smoothly and the colour is delicious. So this is my finished look. Please let me know down below what you think. I would love to know. And now let's sit down and talk about this eyeshadow palette. Firstly, I absolutely love that they decided to do a rich toned palette because I do feel like that was missing with the Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. It's really nice to see like a dedicated rich toned eyeshadow palette because you cannot tell me that this does not look so sexy on. Like, it is absolutely beautiful. I love it so much. I'm really, really glad they did a rich eyeshadow palette. And of course, if this is not enough shades for you or enough blending shades, they do have the big massive one, or if you just want a solid matte rich toned eyeshadow palette, then obviously opt for the smaller one. I am glad I got the 16 pan because it is super affordable and you get mattes and shimmers. So let's have another little look at the colour story. So at first, obviously I said about the berry tones. I feel like it still stands a little bit. Like, I would have just loved this to be like a chocolatey brown eyeshadow palette. I think that would have been so cool. Saying that, I obviously did use them to finish off my look and I do think it completed the look really nicely. The sequin shade I used on my lid is stunning. I love Beauty Bay shimmers. They are stunning. Like, the foils are just like liquid, like gold or liquid silver. They're such good quality. The other one I use, Bisque and Taffeta, I think that is. They are definitely nice, but they don't pack as much as a punch as the lid shade. Like, obviously the inner corner does work. It is nice and bright there, but I definitely prefer the foily formula. I don't mind a little bit of fallout if the shimmers are going to be outstanding, so I would have just preferred them all to be foils, but obviously that's just my personal opinion. The flat shimmers definitely do work. I think they're more like glowy than like metallic-y foil, do you know what I mean? So I think that's why I definitely prefer the more in your face chunky foily shimmers. I really enjoyed using this palette today. I think I created a gorgeous, rich, chocolatey brown look, and I am obsessed with this. So if you need a more like rich toned palette in your collection, I would definitely recommend checking these out. The Beauty Bay quality, as you can see, is outstanding every time. Like, honestly, I love them so much. And again, this is only £14 and you can use discount code as well as on top of that. So I would strongly recommend this palette. Obviously, if you're a neutral lover and you want something with a bit more depth, this is going to be your new bestie. Okay, so that was my review of the brand new Beauty Bay Rich Eyeshadow Palette. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this palette, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video.